Hey guys, Halloween C here. Today, I will be collabing with my friend ChrisThePropCollector, which you will see later in the video, and talking about spirit Halloween animatronics that seem like fever dreams. And we're going to be going over not every single one because there's a lot of them, but these are just props that are like, they seem just so weird. They don't seem that real. They seem really weird. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so the first category I will be talking about for these fever dream props is the 2020, the year 2020, the remakes, the returning props, which included Uncle Charlie, Flesh-Eating Zombie, and Gatekeeper. So I'm gonna be starting off talking about Uncle Charlie. He is a prop that he was really weird. A lot of people were asking for him to return before all the 2020. He was actually the first prop. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was. He was the first 2020 prop to get released to the public and that everyone saw a video of. And you could put pre-orders in and stuff. And he was super cool. I mean, it was super cool to see him return. And it was so weird because he had a mouth movement. A lot of people didn't like him. He had a mouth movement. He had a latex face. His face looked completely different. He had plastic shoes, which he originally had cloth shoes. And yeah, I just think that he's just such an odd prop that when he first got released. And I actually have a funny story. When he first got released, this was before this was in my old house in Virginia when I had a big basement, and I used to have a swing in my basement, and a TV was kind of near the swing where you could see the TV. And basically I was with my friend Fernando. You guys all probably know him from the flagship videos and from some of my unboxing videos, and yeah, some of the older videos and even the newer videos, like the flagship videos from this year and stuff. You guys know him from those. And I think, so basically I was with him and I was on the swing. He was sitting down on his phone or something like that, like he always is. And some random video was playing on the TV on YouTube. And I just remember this. It just skipped, the video ended, and it just skipped to the 2020, some random video of the 2020 Uncle Charlie. And I was like, what? And I looked, and Uncle Charlie, with a moving mouth, was on my TV screen. And I was like, wait, what the heck? Uncle Charlie with a moving mouth? It's 2020 Uncle Charlie. They remade him, and I went crazy. I was flipping out. I freaking jumped off the swing, started running around everywhere. Fernando didn't know what the hell was going on because I wasn't really that big into props at that time. And yeah, so now let's start talking about Flesh-Eating Zombie. Also, before we talk about that, here's a little animation of what it looked like when the whole Uncle Charlie thing happened. So yeah, guys, I hope you like that little funny animation of what it looked like when the whole the Uncle Charlie thing happened. And yeah, so now we can talk about Flesh-Eating Zombie. So you saw he was I believe the second prop to return for that year, and it was just so weird because nobody was really like, oh, I need Flesh-Eating Zombie to return. He was a really cool return, don't get me wrong. I love Flesh-Eating Zombie. He was a very cool return, and I really like that they returned him. But I think that it was just such a weird return. Like, nobody was expecting them to return flesh-eating zombie. Um, and it had a moving mouth, same thing like Uncle Charlie. It had a moving mouth, and it was just so weird to see flesh-eating zombie with a moving mouth. I don't really remember that much of when he got released. I just remember, like, I was there, and he got released, and I saw his video. So nothing really special about when he got released, like Uncle Charlie. But a lot of people were really excited when he got released and really excited that he got released. And I mean, I agree with them. I kind of regret not getting that model because that was a pretty cool prop. I should have gotten it. He doesn't really pop up anymore for sale. Just kind of sucks. Maybe if I do find one for a decent price, I will consider buying it and making an unboxing video for you guys. But yeah, I think that flesh-eating zombie, it was an awesome return, but it was so weird to see. That's why it's a fever dream. It's kind of like something that, you would just dream about, and it's so weird. And you're like, why did I dream about that? Like, that would never happen, but it actually happens. He was just such a weird prop to see return, but he was really cool, and he actually resembled the original a lot. But yeah, now we can start talking about the Gatekeeper, which was also a prop. So the Gatekeeper was a prop from 2020 that also returned. I think he was later, like, Flesh-Eating Zombie and Uncle Charlie returned, and then, like, a few props returned, then later, a little bit later on, Gatekeeper returned. But he was the probably weirdest one to return out of all those. Gatekeeper was really forgotten. Nobody really was like, yeah, I want Gatekeeper to return. Nobody was really like, yeah, I want Gatekeeper to return. And I think that it was just so weird that they returned him. I remember seeing it and I was like, wait, Gatekeeper? What the heck? And he was basically literally the original with darker cloth and different phrases. And it was so weird. So weird to see. And I don't even know. It was so weird to see. I remember when he got released, I was like, wait, what? Gatekeeper? Also, that's another one that I regret not getting. I should have gotten him. To go along, well, not even to go along with anything, just to get him. None of these props that I just mentioned I have. I used to have Uncle Charlie. I traded him, as you see, for Peekaboo Clown. I don't regret that trade. But yeah, such a weird thing to see return. Gatekeeper. 2020. So, now we're going to move on to a little segment of Chris talking about the 2021 returning props. Right here.
Hey guys, this is ChrisThePropCollector. So, for the first animatronic, or rather animatronics I am going to be talking about the 2021 remakes. Now, I'm not talking about a specific one, I'm talking about all of them. They all just feel like fever dreams, especially like Bloody Bag of Jokes and Lil Nestor. So, I guess the reason why... let's start with Wacky Mole. Wacky Mole, we all know he was going to return. But then, when we got his face, it just felt so weird. Like, because we thought, like, he would be completely revamped. Nope, we just had, like, the original face mold. It was pretty weird. And then we got the leaks. I mean, we knew that, like, he was going to have, the shoes, his shoes were going to be plastic, but when I saw them, it felt so weird just seeing him with the plastic shoes. So, I guess that's why he's more like a fever dream to me. So, I don't know, what else can I talk? Also, the box leak, it just felt so weird. So, yeah. Next remake I'm going to be talking about, Grave Grabber, I guess. Grave Grabber is just such a random remake. I don't know why they decided to return Grave Grabber out of all things. So, yeah, it's kind of just a fever dream for that. Yeah, it's just so random. I don't understand why they were to turn Grave Grabber. It's just so random, and it was so recent. It was like, why would you remake something so recent, So, next one I'm going to be talking about is Bloody Bag of Jokes, which is actually right behind me. Bloody Bag of Jokes was also a really strange, remake, because, we weren't expecting him at all. I don't know, just very, very, interesting, pretty surprising that we got him as a remake. So, last remake, is probably like the weirdest out of all of them, Lil Nestor. So we got him instead of Pumpkin Nestor, which is very, very strange, but it's okay because I believe that he's coming back next year for his 10-year anniversary. Hopefully, you guys can pray for that. I know I'm praying for it. So, yeah, it's like, I don't know why they would return Lil Nestor first. It's just kind of weird. Maybe to get like, to get people excited for it. It just seems like just so random that they would return Lil Nestor. I don't know. So, yeah, let's get back to Colton. I don't know which one he's talking about next. Wait, I think I know. Actually, wait, no, I don't know. So, yeah, we'll get back to him. And
all right, so the next props we're going to be talking about is also from 2020, and another set of 3 props that I think are fever dreams, which is the online only, the 3 online only clown props from that year, which include Clowning Around. For some reason, I can't find the clip that I said Mr. Salty, so Mr. Salty 2. And Cuddles the Clown. All right, so this is a very weird set of props that I like that are really like just weird to think about. I think Cuddles Cuddles probably like actually one of maybe I don't know. I'd say actually Clowning Around is like the least weird out of all these props. But I guess let's just jump right in with Clowning Around. There was only 750 of this guy produced. Now, if you think about that, there's like, I don't know how many, but like hundreds of thousands of, like over 100,000 of every prop produced. And Clowning Around only had 750 of them produced, which is not very many at all. And he is a very rare prop now, and one that I would love to own one day, and I really want Clowning Around. So if you have a Clowning Around that you would be willing to sell or trade, or if you know where I can get a Clowning Around for an affordable price, let me know. But besides that, I think he was such a weird prop because he was the first time that Spirit ever made a prop that was holding, ever made a clown prop that was holding a kid, and he was the first ever non-professional prop, like actually commercial prop, like non-professional prop that's holding 2 kids. Like, he has like one kid in one hand and another kid in the other hand. He's turning side to side and stuff, and he's really freaking awesome. I love that Clowning Around. He's so cool. Probably one of my favorites of 2020. Probably even my favorite of 2020, honestly. I love Clowning Around. But he was just kind of weird to see. Like, it was just like, whoa, like, this is real? What the heck? And, sorry about that. I think he sold really well. He sold fast, like right away, and never went back in stock. But I just think that he should have been returned. And also, I remember, like, I was outside. I used to, like, I don't know if you guys knew this, probably not, but I used to, like, be really good at trampoline. I used to, like, do flips and stuff. Still kind of good, but not really. And I used to be really good at that stuff, and I was out there in my backyard on my trampoline doing flips, and I came back in because it was pretty hot outside that day, and I just looked at my phone, and I saw so many notifications, and it was just Clowning Around, Spirit Halloween Clowning Around, Spirit Halloween 2020 Clowning Around, and I was like, oh, look, a new prop, and I clicked on it, and I loved that prop, and I regret not getting it so much. I really wish I got it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say about Clowning Around. So now we can talk about the next online only clown, which is Mr. Salty. All right, so Mr. Salty was another online only clown, and I don't really remember much of his release date because, it was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of like a weird release, but it's such a fever dream because I was like, when it got released, I just saw a clown with a coat on, with like a big coat on, and I was like, all right, there's nothing special about this. It's literally just a clown with a big coat on. Like, what the hell is so special about this? And then the clown Willie popped out of the coat, and I was like, whoa, that's freaking awesome. And he's another one that I really freaking regret not getting, because I know he's kind of rare now, and I really want him now. So I regret not getting him. But he is a fever dream prop, because he's a clown on top of another clown. Basically, he's supposed to be like, that thing that like kids do in cartoons, where like they get a big coat and then there's one kid underneath and then one kid on top, and so they can look taller and they can look like an adult. But so it's basically what Mr. Salty's doing. But he's really, really awesome and really weird. I would never think Spirit would make a prop like that, because it's just so unexpected. Also, like, the joke. The joke about Mr. Salty's, just like look at other people's videos on Mr. Salty, and I'm not gonna explain it here, but you'll see. And yeah, I just think that he's such an awesome prop, and he was, concept was really cool, but he's just such a fever dream. Like, he's just such a weird prop, like, that I think, is actually kind of hated a little bit. I think there are a lot of people that do not like Mr. Salty. But yeah, anyway, we can get on with talking about the next prop, which is Cuddles the Clown. Alright, so the next prop we are going to be talking about in this online-only clown segment, the final prop we're going to be talking about in this online-only clowns segment, is, well, the 2020 online-only clowns, there's going to be other, but obviously, is the Cuddles the Clown. He's so weird a prop, because so early in that year, like in January, we got Catacomb Creature and Underworld Clown, right? Catacomb Creature is basically, if you've seen Cuddles the Clown, Catacomb Creature is basically Cuddles the Clown, but he's like a skeleton, and he's like kind of like a Reaper guy, and he's like holding skulls and stuff, and he's pretty cool. If you haven't seen him, look him up. Definitely recommend you do that. He's pretty cool. And then we saw Underworld Clown, and you're immediately like, what does Underworld Clown have to do with this? But Underworld Clown looks like his face, and he's got like the same like green theme as Cuddles the Clown. His face looks just like the same face as Cuddles the Clown, and and then like you see him, right? It's Underworld Clown. If you haven't seen him, I recommend you go look at a video of him. He's pretty cool. But yeah, Underworld Clown has the same face as Cuddles the Clown, and Catacomb Creature has the same movement as Cuddles the Clown and same mechanism. And it was like they both got released in January, and then like July or August comes along, and we see a video of Cuddles the Clown, which was a clown that basically, sorry if the camera's shaking. My cat just came right here, and he's like rubbing all against the chair that the tripod is on. Yeah, I have kind of a crappy setup right now. But yeah, Cuddles the Clown, he got released, and I don't know, I was just like thought it was so weird. I was like, wait. This is a Catacomb Creature, but a clown, and it looks like Underworld Clown. And I don't know, I guess in shock, you could say, because it was so weird seeing him for the first time. And I really like Cuddles the Clown, another one that I regret not getting, that I should have gotten. But yeah, I just feel like he's such a fever dream. Like back then, now he isn't, because isn't that much anymore because you see him so much. But back when he got released, it was just like Underworld Clown and Catacomb Creature have a kid, and it's Underworld Clown? Or, no. Cuddles Clown? Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, you would never think that would get released. But it did, and it's really cool. And he's also huge. He's like 8 feet tall. I probably wouldn't fit in the room I'm in right now. But anyway, let's move on to the next segment, which will be Chris the Prop Collector talking about Henry Hustle.
Okay, so the next animatronic that feels like a fever dream to me is Henry Hustle. Now, Henry Hustle, usually when we get clowns, it's usually just like the generic, clown. It usually has like either solid colors or like stripes and polka dots. Henry Hustle was just so different. He was just so unique to everything. Just his design, his audio, and of course the movement. Okay, let's start from the beginning. When he first got leaked, that felt like a huge fever dream. Like not only leaked, it wasn't leaked. It was just like released, like teased. It felt like such a weird fever dream. It was like, oh, there's gonna be like this clown, this jester with cards, and he was gonna have like a clown hat, which was pretty cool. Clown hat as a hat, and then we got the leaks of him in themes. I remember when he got leaked, actually. I saw the themes, and I was just, because I just woke up, because my sleep schedule was screwed up. I just woke up, I looked at my phone, and I saw the Discord group chat with my friends, and I saw all the freaking leaks. I didn't even notice Henry Hustle until I saw a YouTube comment pointing it out. And then I remember literally saying out loud to myself, oh my god, it's Henry Hustle. He looks so bad, because he didn't have his second head, and I was so confused. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, he's gonna pop up probably. And I was right. And just everything about him is just so weird. Just his design is so perfect. It's just, he's one of my favorite props of all time, honestly. Probably my favorite clown we've got in a long time. Maybe maybe even of all time. I don't know. He's just so cool. His design is perfect. The idea of him popping up is perfect. The phrases are perfect. Even though they're cheesy, they're still perfect. What else? The voice acting especially. I really like the voice acting on him. I don't know. It's just, I guess what makes him feel like a fever dream is because it's something that Spirit would never do, but they actually did it. Kind of like the Return of Lil Mester. It just was so strange that they would decide to do that. It's just so creative and something that we would never expect from Spirit. So, yeah, I'm going to get on to my next prop. So, yeah, I'm going to cut off here, and Colton's going to get back to it.
Alright, so this next one, just like Chris did before, is just one prop. And it is the Harriet Hustle prop. It's Henry Hustle's daughter, and I just really think that it's like weird how we got actually a prop that is another prop's daughter. Like, there's literally family stuff going on in Spirit, and it's basically just like a prop that's another prop's daughter. It's so weird, and it was so cool to see, but it's just like so weird. It's the first ever female clown that we ever got, and she's got a knife in her mouth and stuff. Another one I'm literally talking about every single prop that I regret not getting. So weird. But yeah, another one that I regret not getting, and I really should have gotten her. Also, none of my stores got her, but I still should have ordered her online. But yeah, she is a very, very cool prop, and such a fever dream because we never really got an upside down, like, swinging prop. It's basically on a trapeze, and it's a female clown, and it's upside down, it's swinging, and it's really in a weird position. Like, you can't really, like, if you hang it too high, you can't see the face, and you're just gonna be seeing the top of her head. But yeah, she's just really, really unique prop. Really, really fever dream. Like, definitely something that I would like back when it got released. Is definitely something that I would like have in a dream, not something that I would think that would be real. But anyway, let's move on to the next segment, which will be Chris talking about something. I think he'll be talking about 2 scoops. Not sure, but anyway.
Okay, so the next animatronic I'm going to be talking about is from 2021 again. This is 2 Scoops. Now, 2 Scoops, he was like, again, just like Henry Hustle, so strange, so out there, so like out of the box, like thinking out of the box idea, just so crazy. Like we've like 2 heads, a kid in an ice cream cone, and he's so huge. I own him. He's just so cool, and I don't know, it's just so weird. The idea of a 2-headed clown, like a mutated, huge 2-headed clown with this huge claws, holding a child in a huge ice cream cone is just such a cool idea. So yeah, I don't know. And then I think another thing that feels like a favorite dream to me is the voices. The voices just are so fitting, but at the same time so not fitting at all. It's just so strange, you know? I don't really know what to say. Just he's a really cool prop, and he feels like a fever dream. So yeah, I guess we'll go on to the next prop. So you guys are gonna see Colton next.
Alright, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is 4 2021 props. Now, these props don't ask, include Baphomet, Mr. Howl, Grimm, and Mr. Dark. So I'll just do all of these props just like pretty quickly. Just go over each one of them pretty quickly because it's 4 props. It's a lot of props. I'll go over each one of them pretty quickly. But anyway, so starting with Baphomet, he is a pretty demonic prop, pretty satanic. He's also an awesome prop. I do actually own him. Finally, a prop that I'm talking about that I actually own. But yeah, I feel like he's a fever dream because he's something that I feel like before he got released, is something that you would feel like would never be a spirit prop, and like it's so weird. It's so weird, like just going in there and seeing a huge devil that is like 7 feet tall and is really just like huge general. Like he's giant. He got a scythe and everything. He's giant. And yeah, like before you saw a picture of him, he's huge. He's freaking awesome. And I definitely don't regret getting him. But he's such a cool prop, and I think that he's a little bit underrated. I feel like he should have returned this year, Pretty awesome. But yeah, anyway, next prop we're going to be talking about is Mr. Howl. He is another 2021 prop, another one on the archway. He was right next to Baphomet. He is really weird because we never got a werewolf for years, since 2017. I think since 2017 we didn't get a werewolf, and then 2021 rolls around and we just get a random werewolf, and he's huge. He's just 7 feet tall, and his size is just he's so huge. He's so big. He's wide. He's really tall. He barely fit in this room. I actually sadly do not own him anymore. I did own him, but something happened in my haunt in 2021, and you can go to my video. There's a video called "Oops" somewhere on my channel, and in the comments, if you go, you'll see the story of what happened. I don't feel like explaining the whole story right now, but you'll see the story of what happened to my Mr. Howl in the comments. But anyway, I love his face is latex too, like rubber. It's so weird. It's such a weird prop to see. It's just a fever dream. honestly, like that. It's something that I would have in my dreams before he got released. He's something that I would have in my dreams. He's also a prop that I want now. I want to get back. But yeah, anyway. So he was also really faulty too, which kind of sucks. Cause if he wasn't faulty, I probably would have still had him today. But you know, he's faulty. Props are faulty. But yeah, anyway, next one we're gonna be talking about is Grim. Well, actually, let's do Mr. Dark first. Mr. Dark is a really weird prop because we never got a video of him. And then Flagship rolls around, the store opens, and we go inside, right? You know. When I walked over and I saw Mr. Dark for the first time, he's another one that I actually own. Luckily. When I walked over and I saw Mr. Dark for the first time in person, or even actually just for the first time in general, because we only got images of him before Flagship. But yeah, I walked in, I saw Mr. Dark, and I was like shocked. I was like, wow, he pops up to 8 feet tall. It's really freaking crazy. Never seen a prop at Spirit pop up, be at like 4 feet tall, and then pop up all the way up to 8 feet. Doesn't even fit in my room. And just such an awesome character. That pops up to 8 feet tall. And yeah, but when I went into Flagship, I was just like so shocked. I was like, wow, what the hell? This is huge. This is huge. And I immediately tried to find a box of him. Sadly couldn't get one, but I did end up getting one, a Mr. Dark later, just not a Flagship. But when I was in Flagship and I saw Mr. Dark, I genuinely thought, because I was really tired that day too, I genuinely thought that wasn't real. I thought that I was dreaming right there. I was like, there's no way that this is real, but it was real. And I genuinely thought that I was dreaming in that moment. And yeah, that's just like such a crazy prop that I would never think before it got released. I would never think it would exist at Spirit. But anyway, next prop we have. Also, I can't believe that some people don't like Mr. Dark. Like, what the hell, man? But yeah, anyway, next we have Grim. He's a really awesome prop from last year, 2021. And he has a lot of movement. When I first saw his video, I was shocked. I was like, wow, this thing is the best prop of the year. Well, now I think that Mr. Dark is the best prop of that year, but Grim is number 2. But yeah, I was like, wow, this is the best prop of the year because it has all of those movements. It has an arm that goes up. It has servo motors in the head, which are professional props use that. It has servo motors in its head to make it move freely. It has its eyes move side to side. His eyes light up. His mouth moves, and he turns side to side. So I really think that he's just so awesome, and I would never think that a prop. He was the prop with the most movement that we had ever since the 2010 Freddy. He's another prop that I actually own, luckily. So I'm really happy that I own Grim. But so he is the prop with the most movement that we have seen since the 2010 Freddy Krueger. Which is like crazy because they actually made a prop with that much movement. Like it had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 5, like 5 or 6 movement. Had like 5 movements, and I think that's honestly just like really crazy how we literally got a prop that has 5 movements in 2021 modern Spirit. And that just gives us a hint that it's gonna get better. I mean, obviously this year was kind of it was not the best. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next segment, which will be Chris talking about something I don't even know what he's going to be talking about at this point, but it'll be Chris talking about something.
Okay, so the next prop I'm going to be talking about is the Widow. Now, the Widow seems more like a normalish prop that we would get, but just something just seems so strange about it, like so fever dreamish, like something you would never expect Spirit to see, to see from Spirit rather. Just the motion is just so different. I think what feels like a fever dream to me is like how it got like released. Like it was just like one day it was like, oh, this is new. We never seen this before. And then next day it's just like, okay, we have a video, we have the name, we have everything. It just felt so weird to me. I don't know. And then like the way that it's like built, it's very strange, like a zigzag pattern with the metal poles, I think, if I remember correctly. And it's just so strange. And then the mechanism is something we've never seen before. Most of the stuff, everything that feels like fever dreams is just something that seems like Spirit would never do. It just seems so out there and so crazy. But yeah. I don't think I have much else to say for the Widow, so yeah, let's get to Colton again.
Alright guys, so the next prop I will be talking about is going to be one prop, and it is going to be Mr. Punchy. Yeah, that's right, a prop from, the last prop that Chris talked about was the Widow, but that's right, a prop from this year is on this list of fever dreams. So yeah, I think it definitely makes sense. Like, it's literally a clown with half of his body is a punching bag, and the other half of his body is actually a prop, and he's half inflatable. And it was just really weird to see that. And I think it's really awesome too. I actually own this prop. It's another prop that I own. And I think that it was really awesome that we got a half inflatable prop finally, and it was good because Ghost Girl was kinda ass. She was decent, but not the best. I liked her, but she was not something that I would like go out of my way to buy. Not like something that I would buy if there was like, if I had money and it was on eBay, if it was like for sale for a really good deal somewhere, then I would buy it, Ghost Girl. But Mr. Punchy's awesome, definitely way better than Ghost Girl. I think that, I know a lot of people hate Mr. Punchy. I don't really get why. I don't really get the hate for him. I guess like he does have like audio that's just like a jump scare, but there's no jump scare. That's really the most fever dream part. Like it literally has a scream, but there's no jump scare. So it's kind of weird, really weird, and I would never expect that to happen with a prop. But yeah, he also says hell, which Spirit did like cut off props saying hell a while ago, I think, and they just brought it back, and Mr. Punchy says hell. I don't know, it's pretty cool that they brought it back, and I think that Mr. Punchy is so awesome, but he's a fever dream. Like, he's so weird. Like, I would never expect, before he got released, I would never expect Spirit to make that. It's just such a weird thing to see. Like, when I first saw his leak, I was like, wait, yo, what the hell is this? Like, this is not real. But yeah, anyway, that's the last prop that I will be talking about. Chris is going to talk about the Little Daisy and the Maestro animatronic right now.
Okay, so the final prop I will be talking about is, or that we will both be talking about, because, he's not going after me this time. Colton's not going after me this time. So, the next prop we have that is a fever dream, that feels like a fever dream, is Little Daisy and the Maestro. Now, this just felt so strange. I remember when it got leaked, actually. I remember I saw a picture on the Spirit Wiki, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And then I went to sleep, and then I woke up the next day, and I saw a picture of him. And then it's just, I don't know, it's just so, that's the out-of-the-box idea, just like most of the other props I'm talking about. It's just so crazy, like, I don't know. It just feels so out of place, but at the same time, so perfect in place, you know? And then another thing that makes it feel like a fever dream to me is because I was one of the first people to actually see it in person in the store. I was like, my store was like, I don't know, probably like the fourth store to get them, and I saw them. I have a video on my channel, it's kind of cringy, but you know, I was so shocked to see them. So I guess that's kind of why it feels a little bit like a fever dream. And another thing about the fever, like about it feeling like a fever dream, is the prototype. The phrases, just hearing it different. I don't know. It just feels like such a fever dream. It's just so strange. Um, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. Just just so weird. So what else can I really say? He's just so different than like everything else. It's just so out of place, but also perfect, you know. So I don't know. I guess that's it. So I don't know if Colton's doing an outro. I'm hoping he's gonna do an outro because I'm gonna end it right here. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Colton put a link to my channel in the description. Don't forget that.
But yeah, guys, this is gonna be the end of this video, and I think that this was a video. I've never seen anybody do this video before. I don't think anybody has done this video before, so I'm the first person to do this video, and Chris is in the video too. I really hope you enjoyed this video because we were planning it for a little while, and we did it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed talking about the fever dream props. And yeah, I hope you thought it was pretty cool. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to Chris the Prop Collector. That'll be the first link in the description. Join my Discord server, link in the description. And make sure to like and subscribe. And peace.